This is a screencast on how to access the IVC database pages. You will need these databases for your research paper because this is the only spot where you are allowed to find your sources. So goodbye Google, hello to the databases. I have scrolled down under Student Resources. I see Library and Research Services. Go ahead and click on that. This will take you to the IVC main page. Here on one of the main tabs, Find Articles and Other Library Materials, Databases by Title List. Go ahead and click on that. And now you get our database list. However, you're not really in the databases yet because you have to log into the databases using your G number and your WebStar PIN number. So where it says click here to access, I've clicked there. And I get this number. Here's my G number and my WebStar PIN number. I go agree and continue. Now I'm into the database portal. Now the best databases for you and your paper will be ProQuest. You can see a couple of ProQuests here. EBSCOhost. I'm scrolling down. A lot of these you really don't need. It depends on what type of work you're writing for, but for our purposes you don't need these. You can see if you go into nursing school, something like this would be very helpful, but we don't need that now. LexisNexis we will go into. It's an excellent source for newspaper articles. Master File Premier is the main page of EBSCOhost, so we're going to go into that. And ProQuest is a good one, and the last one I want to take you to is SIRS. So let's start up here in ProQuest. Let's go ahead and click into ProQuest. And I have been toying around with the idea of writing an essay on cursive writing. My research paper will be on cursive writing. Now one of the things I want to do, and I put those terms into my search box here, I want to make sure I have full text clicked, and I do not need peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed is for more of a scientific article. If you're writing about something that you have to be sure has been checked by peers. So for instance, if you were reading a biology article and you wanted to make sure that other biologists had agreed that everything was valid in it, then you would check peer-reviewed. But we don't need it for our purposes. So let's just search on cursive writing. Wow, we get 8,771 results. Now that's way too many for me to read and way too many for you to read. So you're going to have to pick and choose which ones. You could narrow your search terms a little bit more, or you could just go through the first few pages and see what you find. I'm going to look at this very first one. One of the things that I want to look at is the date. I want to make sure it's a current article. This is October 2014. You cannot get any more current than that. It depends on your topic, but I would say within the last year or two, you don't want to go much older than that. So this one sounds good. I'm going to click on it and see what it is. I get an abstract, which is a short summary of the article. Here's my author information. There's a magazine called Storyworks. I've never really heard of it, but here it is. It's volume 22, issue number 2, published in October 2014. These are the page numbers that it is on. And here's the full text of the article. And let's say I have time and I read this, or even if I don't read it, I think, hey, you know what, this looks interesting. I want to save it. I'd like to print it here where I'm at, but I don't have whatever money this would cost me. I'd say I don't have any money at all. It costs about 10 cents a page using your PaperCut account. And I just don't want to, I don't have any money loaded onto my account. So I don't want to do that. In fact, I want to email it to myself so I can print it when I'm at home. So I want the original file format, include bibliographic information. I've loaded MLA here. It has all these other different styles, but in English we use MLA. Pick the most recent edition, which would be the 7th. Make sure you click header and header information. and the rest of the things are optional. I put in my email address, my name, I gave it a little title, and I'm going to send it to myself. It already did. It sent it to me. So that's great. And I could go look through, as you saw, I had 8,000 articles to look through, so I sure had a lot to choose from. What about this one? Is cursive writing cursed? I don't know. It was published in 2007. I think I'm going to ignore that one. That's too old. New bill could require cursive writing in school again. That's from 2013. I might look up that one. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff here to look at. And that's just my ProQuest. I'm right here at SIRS, so I'm going to go into SIRS right now and show you something really fun about SIRS. It'll have the same search box as ProQuest did, where I could put in cursive writing. But it also has these pro versus con issues. So these are the top 10, which actually aren't, well, we do have, I'm not sure if that's one of ours. But anyway, I'm looking up cursive writing. So I'm going to scroll down in the articles here and the issues, and I do see cursive writing. It's right here. So I'm going to click on it and see what kinds of articles I get. They've already found articles that are argumentative in nature for me. And look there, 2014. That's great. Here's another one from Arizona Republic. What's Lost as Handwriting Fades, from the New York Times from June of 2014. This looks pretty good. I kind of like this one, so I'm going to click on it and have a look at it. This is interesting. I'd actually like to read this if I had the time, but I don't have the time. So I'm going to email it to myself. Again, put in my email address here. It asks me, yes, I certainly want the article. I need the source. Oh, I'll take the summary. I'll take any graphics if there are, and the citation would be nice. Now remember, I'm going to have to set up a proper MLA citation, so even if they give me a citation, I'm going to have to double check and probably redo most of this. So let me put in my email. I'll put a little title on it just so I'll know when I see my email what this was about. And it already has been sent. So this is SIRS, and SIRS again is a nice database for you. The other ones that I told you were good, once again, are LexisNexis, EBSCOhost, which I'm going to find under Academic Search Elite, so those are the main sources, and you should find plenty of articles there. Look around in those databases. That was supposed to pause this. It didn't.